Alright everyone, we're here at the gym for day 2 push. Main lift is going to be overhead press, and we'll be doing some chest and tricep accessories that I enjoy doing on my second overhead day. So I'm going to take my pre-workout and get in there and get after it. Alright, we made it to our second push day of the week. This day is going to be focused on overhead pressing and strength and hypertrophy on my accessories. So starting with the warm-up, I'm doing these rotator cuff rotations, what I call them. I don't know the actual name for them. If you guys know, comment it. But I shoot for 10 to 15 on each side. Like I said on my first push day the other day, that I ended up going a tad heavy on them. I was doing a 15 pounder. So today I lightened up the load and just focused more on controlled reps and the higher ranges. Uh, I think I might even drop it a little more or just shoot for some little higher reps, maybe 15 to 20. But after this, I do banded pull aparts for the same number of reps. So whatever I got on each arm here, I'll usually either go for the same number or slightly more. So like say, for example, if I did 10 on each arm, I might do 20 pull aparts. I don't remember what I did on this day, but this is really just to help get get my shoulder blades and rotator cuffs warmed up and ready to go, and then making sure that the scapulas retract and that they're moving in the right direction for when I'm getting ready to do my overhead press. You'll see as I do these banded pull aparts that I slowly move my hands in closer to each other. So here I start with an empty barbell as always, just trying to iron out any sort of aches and pains that I might have or stiffness. Again, I'm doing 10 reps, just 10 controlled reps, feeling it out, getting my mind and body ready to put weight on the bar. And it was moving pretty good today. So this is my first warm-up set with first working set with weight. I was on the sets of 5 this week. So really the first 2 sets of 5 are, I kind of call it a warm-up weight. Whether it is or supposed to be or not, I'm not sure. But then the last set is an AMRAP set. So I'm happy with how this was moving and look forward to next week on the sets of threes, which is where I think that week threes week, I should say, is my favorite week. Um, it's not an all-out strength set, but it's kind of in the middle. So I did 110 on my final set, and I ended up doing, see, I have it wrote down here. 5 reps at 110, which is better than what I've done in a long time. I kind of hit a plateau a few weeks back on overhead press and benching. So I took a deload week, and this is my first week back. So it was moving pretty good. I'm happy with it. My first accessory is low incline dumbbell bench. So on bench, my main lift day is bench day. So day 1 pushing, I do my heavy bench, and then I focus on shoulders and tricep accessories more so. Whereas then on overhead press day, I focus more on chest and triceps. So I did 4 sets of the low incline dumbbell bench, and I stayed in that 4 to 6, I'm sorry, that 6 to 8 range. I ended up doing 7, 7, 6, 4 with the 65-pound dumbbells. Then I went to tricep push downs. I normally would do a single arm, but I wanted to push it a little harder today and do doubles and up the weight quite a bit. So I did 4 sets of 8 of this at 125 pounds, which was more than I thought I could ever do as a tricep push down. So I don't know if the machine is just like the ratios are different, but I don't think I've ever done that heavy of push downs with that much control. And so whether I've just gotten that much stronger than when I did it last time or what, but I'm happy with that. So from there, I do dumbbell neutral grit bench. This is I meant to do 3 sets of 6 to 12 on it, and I kind of got lost where I was at, so I ended up only doing 3 sets of 6 to 8. Uh, but knowing that now, I have it wrote down for next week to actually look at what I have wrote down for each day. I don't know if my mind just was distracted or what, but I'm happy with the 3 sets that I did on this. So knowing that, I'll probably stick at the same weight this next week and focus on getting some of the higher rep ranges on those, maybe like 8 to 12. But if I only get 6 on a set or two, I'll be okay with that as well. I've never done neutral grip bench, so this was more of a feeling it out and see how it moves type thing for me. Still got a good workout in regardless. So then after this, I will end up going to single arm tricep overhead extensions. And these are really where I want to stay in the higher rep ranges. So I ended up doing the 3 sets of 6 to 12, and I did 9, 10, 8. I don't know why in the middle set there I ended up getting more reps, but next week I think I'll add probably 5 or 10 pounds to this and see. I like using the cable a little more than a dumbbell because at this gym the dumbbells are like the heads of them are pretty wide, so it kind of like I don't want to word this. It makes doing stuff like this a little bit harder because you can't bring it in as close as you could with like this cable. So I think I'll stick with the cable overhead tricep extensions like these and go from there. Because even on dumbbell skull crushers, which is one of my accessories I enjoy doing, is kind of hard with the dumbbells here because I always end up hitting my headphones. So in that case, I might have to just change up where I do the days and see how it plays out. So then after these, I end up going to a superset of pec deck flies, which we don't have a pec deck machine here. So I ended up just putting this upright bench between these two cable posts and doing my flies that way to kind of replicate it. So I'll do this and then dumbbell rear flies as a superset, focusing on 15 to 20 reps for each. Really, this is just a kind of burnout set, and I enjoy doing chest flies at a slightly higher rep range. I feel like I get more of a better stimulus response doing the higher reps than trying to really force weight. Like I've said before, it kind of irritates my right, I would say, upper pec where it kind of feeds into the anterior deltoid. I don't know if it's just because I haven't done these for A, I haven't done these for a long time, and B, when I used to do them, I never really did them a lot because of that slight twinge I felt. So I don't know if it's just something I need to work through and strengthen. So I'll just gradually add weight and stay in the higher rep ranges with that. So yeah, this was the second push day of the week, and it went a lot better than I ever imagined it would. I've never really had a big focus on overhead press until this last year or so. I finally my in my intro where you see me straight pressing, that's where I hit my all-time PR of 135 after chasing that for a long time and getting frustrated and kind of just giving up on it. So it's been kind of become more of a focus more so than benching heavy because in my opinion it's a little more functional than a bench press. So if I can, my goal by the end of the year is to get north of 155, maybe even up around body weight on that on overhead press. I'd be really happy, or even just to where I can rep out 135. So it's, I think me hitting a higher number on overhead press is more of a goal than me hitting like 250 or 275 on bench. I know it seems a little backwards. It seems like nowadays everybody wants to bench and bench heavy, and they always ask if you work out, oh, how much do you bench? Because that seems to be the only thing people care about. But I think a hot, very strong overhead press is a lot more impressive than a strong bench press. Maybe it's just me, or
Maybe it's just because people don't have a strong overhead press as much as strong bench, but we'll get there. I'm looking forward to what I can hit by the end of the year. These workouts are going pretty well, and yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow on my next day, which will be the last day of the week, and it's my second pulling day. So hope you all enjoyed this video.
Just got done with day 2 push day, and the overhead press went pretty good. I ended up failing on the 6th rep of my AMRAP, which I began to tell myself if I hit the goal of the 5 or the 3, I'm happy with that. That's a win. Anything more is an added bonus. My accessories went pretty well. I ended up messing up one of the sets on my neutral grip bench press. I meant to do slightly higher reps, slightly lower weight, but I ended up doing a tad heavier. Still got in a decent rep range and got good quality reps. So that's it for me today. I'm happy with how today's workout went after only getting a couple hours of sleep last night on shift. And tomorrow's our second pull day, and then we get a full rest day. Peace.